Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Hacksudo aliens from VulnHub. I rate this box about a solid easy, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so to get started, I'm actually going to open my terminals here. We can start by splitting these. Let me just split these. So I'm gonna run a net discover so I can discover the IP address on my box on my local network. We'll do -I for my interface. ETA0. We do get the IP address of the box at 10.0.0.215. So I'm gonna run an mmap scan here. We'll do -SC for default scripts, SV for enumeration, and we'll also scan all ports on there. So I'm gonna do a netcat -NV, which is basically a banner grab on the IP, just so I don't have to wait for this mmap scan to be finished, right? Before that happening, I'm gonna go to my preferences, go to history, and just clear this. So I have 10.0.0.215. Look at this, we just do get aliens are real. We also do get Hacksudo. Seems like this is just a bunch of the date, city, state, and country. Let's do Control U to view the source code. Control U. My VM's kind of laggy, but here we just do get a data.js and alien.js. Doesn't seem like we do have anything here. Since we do have a server running on here, I'm gonna run a GoBuster. So I'm gonna run a GoBuster. We'll do dirt mode, -u HTTP. We'll do -w for user share word list dirtbuster. We'll run a directory list 2.3 medium.txt. We'll specify the extensions as HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Looking at this, we do get a game HTML, index.html, and also a backup. A backup looks pretty interesting. That's running on port 80, so let's go to /backup. Here we do get a mysql.back. A .back file is basically like a backup file for like the original file. So it's basically just an extra, right? So we can go to copy link location. We'll clear this. We'll go under our /VulnHub. We'll do mkdir for alien. We'll cd into alien. Clear this, ls. We can just wget this. So I'm guessing this contains passwords because it's a MySQL. So I would just cat out MySQL, and we'll grep this out to -I, and we'll also do pass. We do get a password right here. That's Hacksudo. Let's do the same thing for user, and for the user, we do get a username as vishal, right? So we'll copy this as vishal. We do have another port running on port 9000. We also do have port 22 for OpenSSH. So let's visit port 9000. We'll just delete the view source. Look at this, we do get a PHP myadmin. So we do have a shell. So we can just copy this. And we do have the password as Hacksudo. Click and go. We do get those creds do seem to be successful. So next we actually want to get some code execution on the server. So we can go to SQL. I already do have a script for this, so we can just cat /opt shell PHP is a PHP admin and then shell. So this script right here is just gonna give us code execution. For the file path, we actually want to put this under /var. Let's put this under /var www HTML, and we also want to name this as a file, which basically is this content right here, right? Which is basically a one-liner. So var www HTML. We'll name this shell .php. We can click go. Look at this. It is stored for shell.php, but this is only for the admin panel for PHP and my admin, so it's not going to be stored on here. It's going to be stored on the server, right? So it's going to be shell.php, and we do get this right here, right? Just to test for code execution, we can do cmd = ls, and we do get the files. We can do id, and we are www data, right? So I'm going to open up burp sweep, go to proxy. Next thing I'm going to do is actually get a shell and place it on the server, so we can just get a simple reverse shell, right? You could execute a shell on here if you wanted to, just running Python reverse shell. This is the way I did it. Usually like doing it this way. I like running everything within burp. I think just more efficient, but everybody does have their own ways, right? So I have it under my IP address. I do have Foxy proxy, so I'm gonna intercept the request. Put this onto repeater. Doing this, we get www data. I'm gonna change the post request. I'll change the request method as a post since we are getting connection back. Let me go under here. Let me just clear this. We'll do all wrap netcat minus LNVP on 4444. Before that happening, let's get a PHP reverse shell. So let's go to pentest monkey. We'll get the raw data of our PHP reverse shell. We can just wget this here. We'll vi into PHP reverse shell. We can just delete all this. Now let's set our IP. Let's put my IP address now. 10.0.069, and we can put this on port 4444. So we can right quit out of this, just to make sure this is right. We can just head this out, and we do have the IP address here and also the port, right? So now since I do have this under a burp, we change the request method as a post instead of a get. Post is actually sending something, using the post method, right? I guess getting connections back, right? And the get would only be for getting contents back, such as www data, right? Or the command execution. So doing this, we do have a cmd is equal. From here, we can just get this as we can just use wget to get our shell, right? But before that happening, we can actually start a Python server on here. Let me move our PHP reverse shell to rev shell. We'll just name this .php. So now we're going to use wget to get our shell on the server. So let's go to burp. We'll wget this. We're going to do wget -o, which stands for the output. We're going to go under slash. We want to output this to var www html. We'll name this shell.php. Oh, we already have a shell.php, so we'll name this. We'll just name this second_shell.php. From here, we actually want to get a connection from our IP address. So I'm gonna start a Python server, which is going to be a get request, right? Port 80 is in use, so let me start this on port 80. Let's go back to burp, so we can just do HTTP 10.0.069, which is my IP address. We don't need to specify a port since this is just gonna it's just running on port 80, right? Doing all this, we do have reverse shell.php. Let's start our Python server. We can send this. Looking at our server, it doesn't seem like we got anything. Let's see. And the reason I don't think we got anything is because we didn't URL encode this. So we can do Control U, send this. Still nothing. Or I think this would be a get. I think this is just a get actually. So let me change the request in browser. Let me copy this first. We can copy this. We'll just change the request method. I think it would be a get request actually. And then we get the get request. All right. So I had this as a post. I thought it was the same thing, but it was just a get request, right? So now that since we do have our shell on the server, we did name this as secondshell.php. We can go here. We can copy this. Go under here. Visit this. We get a connection refused because we don't have a connection up. So we can do all wrap netcat minus lnvp 4444. Now we can just press enter on that, and we do get our shell, right? So we can export term equals xterm. clear this. Let's spawn a TTY shell. So we can copy in here. Let's do which Python. We have Python 3 installed. Yeah, we have Python 2 and 3 installed. So we can change this to bin bash, and we'll change this to Python 3. So look at this. We can check our IDs. We are just www data. So next thing that we're going to be exporting is the SUID bit set. So look at this. We can actually just do SUID. I think we can just search up prev-esc cheat sheet. Let me do the URL as GitHub. I spelled that wrong, but it's this one. We can do Control F, go to SUID. We can run this command here. Let's see. Or we can actually run this one, because we do see that this is executing the ls, so we can actually see which is the SUID. Looking at the SUID, we do see that this is SR, which is user bin date. We do ls minus LA, we just see that this is the SUID. So let's try to run our date command, which is just exporting, or not exporting, but just running the date command, right? Let's go to GTFO bins. We'll search up date SUID. We'll do Control F as SUID. Looking at SUID, it does seem like we can store a variable as L file. We can store a variable as L file to a file that we can read, right? So let's try to read our /etc sudo file. So we'll go to /etc. Let's see if we can read our shadow file. Let's read the shadow file, not sudoers. So let's just copy this, put this in here. We'll go to /etc/shadow, /etc shadow, and it does seem like we can execute our date command. We just want to, let's go back on top. We do have user bin date. Copy this. Look at this. We do get, it seems like we can read this file here, right? You can't output this since we're not under the shadow group. Since we don't have, since we're not under the shadow group, we can't really output this to a .txt, right? So I'm just going to copy this. So I'm just going to copy this whole file here. We'll copy this. I do have this. We can just copy this into our VulnHub. So we'll go under VulnHub, and we are under Alien. So we'll VI into hashes.txt. We'll paste that in. We'll right quit out of that. We're going to open a leaf pad into hashes.txt. We're going to delete all this. We just need this and that. Delete that. We just have the two hashes now. So now we can cat our hashes.txt, and we just have those ready to crack. So we're going to be using John for this. We're going to use John ---- word list is equal to user share word list rocky.txt. We do have hashes.txt as the file. We can press enter on this. So it does seem like I already have one cracked since there's only one remaining. So let's quit out of this. We can just do a John hashes.txt --show. And we do have a password as Hacksudo and aliens, right? So let's try to switch users to Hacksudo. Let's do ls-la for home. And we do have a user as Hacksudo, so let's do Hacksudo. We do have aliens, and we are under there now, right? We do have Hacksudo as our ID. We can still run this to see if we can actually crack this to get a root password. So we can just let that running in the background. So let's try to run that command again for the SUID. Check for any more SUIDs. Doesn't seem like we do have anything. So let's go to our downloads. I've done this box, so I do know that it is under downloads. But if you do run linpiece, you will see that we do have it under downloads. Look at this, we do see another SUID as CPU limit. So let's go to GTFO bins again and search up CPU. Let's go to CPU limit. Checking the SUID, we can just copy this command right here. Let's see. Let me try running this command again. Because it's going to be ran by the owner. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show up on here. Let's try to run linpiece on here. So we can do ls-la. We'll go under our documents under prevesc. We'll go to linpiece. Let me cancel that out. So let's start a Python server here. We'll do python 3 -m http.server. We'll do 8080. We'll do 8081. Let's go under our /temp. We'll wget the http 10.0.0. Was 698081, and we'll get our linpiece.sh, right? Look at this, we can do chmod +x for linpiece.sh. We'll run the linpiece.sh and we'll also output it to output.txt. So the reason I'm running this linpiece is because I just want to show you guys how I found this /downloads, or how I knew it was in the /downloads for the SUID. Wait, it did show up actually. We do have it right here. It's actually home hacksudo download CPU limit. And running this command, which is ran by owner, that's why I knew. Well, I ran the linpiece and that's the way I knew, but you can also run the find command right here for the SUID. And you'll see that you have the hacksudo download CPU limit, right? So let me just do cat the lint or output. We'll cat the output.txt and we'll grab -i for downloads, right? We'll do -a. And looking at here, you can see that we can have a SUID file, which does show under linpiece, right? So you can either run the SUID, which is the one I did when I first did the box, and also you can also run a linpiece and also find it under here, right? So we actually do have the SUID as CPU limit. So we can copy this. Since we do know that this is running under home hacksudo downloads, we can just copy and paste that. Copy this, put that under there. Let's go under / let's run the SUID again. Let's run that. Yeah, it does run, so we can do CPU limit. Run that, we can do ID. Now we are root, and we can cat our root.txt. Well guys, that was pretty much in the video. Remember, drop that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.